The Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles going to be a game for the ages, folks. It's a coin flip. I haven't really decided who I'm going with. But deep down, I know who I'm rolling with. But check this out. Let's break it down. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, who survived, and I do mean survived, against the LA Rams. They should have lost that game. The only reason they won was because of the domination of Saquon Barkley. He's a bad boy. 200 yards rushing. He's been doing that all year. Not that many teams been able to stop him. And they won because of their number one ranked defense. Can't take that away from them. Vic Fangio came over and got them boys playing lights out. See, I know about Vic Fangio already. I'm a Denver Bronco fan. And he was with the Broncos. When he was with the Broncos, their defense was like top 10. The problem was they didn't have an offense to help out the defense. You know what I'm saying? So he left, went to Miami. Miami wasn't hitting on nothing. Now he in Philly, where he know he got a capable offense. He just got to do his thing with the defense. Okay, they number one right now. The Rams lost because it looked like the Rams wasn't used to playing in the snow. They are from LA. It don't snow in LA. Not only that, Matthew Stafford ribs was messed up. It was many opportunities in that game when Stafford could have stepped up or used his legs to escape pressure, and he stood in the pocket. Not only that, Matthew Stafford let the weather bother him. He fumbled by 3 snaps, and the last snap that he fumbled on third down cost him the game. Without that bad weather, Rams win that game, because when you look at Puka, they held Puka in check. We all know Puka, one of the best young wide receivers in the game. He only had that big catch at the end of the game. They slowed him down because he's not used to the weather. Philly, they playing that. They practicing it. They training it. They used of it. You know what I'm saying? Can't take nothing away from Philly. They won. But I'm telling you, that's the only reason why they won. Because Jalen Hurts only threw for like 120-something yards passing, which is horrible for a guy of his standards and a guy that's getting paid all that money. You know what I'm saying? When you look at their offense, man, their offense is horrible, man. Other than Hurts scoring on that running play in the first quarter, man, their offense did nothing. Plus, Jalen Hurts' knee messed up. So, he not going to be able to move around in that pocket this Sunday, which gives the Washington Commanders the advantage. See how the tables have turned? The Eagles won because Stafford couldn't move. Now the Commanders got a chance to give them the same treatment. Jalen Hurts ain't going to be able to move around in that pocket, man. Which means they're going to depend on Saquon Barkley for most of that game. Dan Quinn is a defensive coach. Joe Witt is a hell of a defensive coach. Don't you think they know all they got to do is slow down Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts is not going to be able to beat you? That's common sense. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown didn't do nothing the whole playoffs. And now you telling me that a banged up Jalen Hurts going to turn into Superman and going to will these boys to victory using his arm and his mobility? It's not happening. Yeah, the Eagles got one of the best offensive lines, but to win this game, they're going to have to put that ball in the air, because Washington going to play defense. They're going to stuff Saquon Barkley, man. I'm telling you, they're going to stuff him. He done had all the fun he going to have this playoffs. When you look at the other side, man, we looking at one of the best rookies of all time, man. The way Jayden Daniels is playing is amazing. Yeah, they lost their offensive lineman, Samuel Cosme, with the ACL injury, but he's being replaced by a 7-year veteran. I think Trent, his name is. He's going to be ready to step in and do his thing. The offensive line going to be fine. You know how Washington going to beat Philly? They going to beat them just how they beat the Lions. They going to beat them with balance. If Robinson, Eckler, and Daniels go run that ball and get 100, 120 yards rushing on the ground or more, it's over. Because you know Daniels going to give you 200, 250 plus through the air. I'm telling you. And the one thing to watch out for, Jayden Daniels with his legs. It might come down to him breaking one, just like Hurts did in the first quarter. Jayden Daniels is a smart quarterback, man. This what separates him from a lot of veteran quarterbacks. I went back and I watched a lot of film on this guy. The last few games I watched film, but especially the last game. You know how he really won this game? Y'all remember them 2 pretty balls he threw to Brown? Let me tell you how that got open. He was able to hit that. He was able to hit them plays because of his awareness. Let me tell you what he did. And I've seen veteran quarterbacks that's not able to do this. Elementary football, from day one, the quarterback is taught to look at the cornerbacks and the safeties. They could tell you what defense the other team's playing. Well, Jayden Daniels is so smart. I swear. This guy may be a top 5 quarterback at looking off the defense. Almost every clutch play he threw in that game, that dude waited till the last possible second. He looked off the receivers to the right. And right when he hiked that ball, he swung his neck to the left. And as his neck was going to the left, his throwing motion was going with it. Like, he's so quick with it. His trigger's so quick, you cannot stop it. Both pass, like he threw 2 nice balls to Brown. One to the left where he was looking to the right and he slung it to the left. And he had one when he was looking to the left and right at the last second, he swung it to the right. The play when dude had his hand all in Brown face and he caught that ball. Man, that was a beautiful pass. One of the best passes I ever seen. You know, by doing that, the linebackers and the safeties, they start to cheat up. You know, you looking this way, you got to be going this way. You know what I'm saying? And he been destroying teams with that, man. It's hard to check it. And when you key in on that, he good at running that RPO, man. You know? And he got 2 backs that gonna run that ball. Eckler and Robinson. They nice with it, man. I'm telling you. And he got old reliable Zach Ertz. Ain't gonna be no drop passes like Andrews did with the Ravens. It ain't going down like that. You feel me? Jayden Daniels is about to make history. Rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl. I'm calling it first. This ain't the first time I went out on a limb. I might be wrong, but deep down in my heart, I know what's about to go down. 28-24, Washington Commanders in the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And guess what? That's going to be a homecoming for Jayden Daniels. He played at LSU. You know what time it is. He coming home. And he going to get that Super Bowl, man. But he going to get there first. The Eagles will not score enough points to hang with these boys. The Washington Commanders have the number 7th offense. Total offense. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, they going to shock the world. That number 7 offense is going to beat that number 1 defense. You know why? because they have a generational quarterback named Jayden Daniels, and he's going to shock the world, folks. I'm telling you, mark my words. Eagles going down. You know, they're going down. We sick of them. It seems like every 3 years they're in the NFC Championship game. We sick of it, man. Commanders in the Super Bowl, man. Book it.